Kane on the camera today. Face today, or? So, as you're aware, ban list dropped last night. It was like 8:30 or something. Kane was a little upset. You were a little upset, right?
Just a little.
Kane was a little upset. It was surprising, but it was definitely needed. But that's not what this video is about today. There's like 100 ban list reaction videos. I'm not doing any of that. Today we're gonna talk about what were we doing? Top decks for returning players for this upcoming format. And these aren't in any specific order. They're all like relatively budget too, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of run through them.
Now, the number one.
The first one we want to talk about, if you've been around this channel a little bit, we've done a few Crusadia profiles, but that's not what it's kind of like lumped in. So almost like there's a few going second decks we think could do good, like Crusadia. Oh, well, we had ABC down. ABC could still be good. You just won't be able to spam 3 and like wreak havoc. Crusadia Mech Knight could be good. I think Math Mech will be good. It's pretty budget. Like you can kind of figure it out. Like it's easy OTK. What did you think going second? Then you had something
With Crusadia?
No,
or ABC?
Just random.
Just a random. See, my preference is probably Cyber Dragon.
Yeah, that was on our list as well. I guess we'll go straight into that. So we want to say Cyber Dragon. That's probably the first one we really want to talk about too, because you no longer have to commit to the extra monster zone. Like you don't have to like go into Almirage. Almirage is still really good. It didn't get hit whatsoever, and it's more affordable than ever with the new reprints.
It's really surprising. I did think it was gonna get a little something.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna get a little hit. And Cyber Emergency is like $5 a copy right now. I would get that while it's sitting at the $5. Kane unfortunately didn't come up off the secret rares, so when they were like $40 a pop, but it's all right. That's actually what I'll be running, and we're gonna come up with an updated profile for you. Is this
with the new alternate artwork?
With the new alti artwork, yeah. And so that's why you can set up multiple negates. You can still do the Orcus Cyber Dragon variant. It's really good, pure. I think it's just a good budget option. It's still pretty good. The next one, Salamangreat didn't get hit at all.
I think that's a little weird.
That's a little weird, but you couldn't do much to it.
I think that's a little suspicious. Yeah. I think maybe someone's getting paid off.
Well, the only thing you could have done to it is hit the trap cards to 1, but they're so recursive.
But shouldn't you hit the trap cards to 1 now?
Well, yeah, but they bring them back anyway. You play it against plenty of
salads. But when you can bring back like multiples of the same thing, and then just start spamming your opponent with them, it's probably the sort of thing where we should probably do something to it.
So yeah, we put Salad on there because, like you said, it's busted. It's probably the most consistent deck like probably Yu-Gi-Oh's ever seen, unless you played back in like Zodiac. Sky Striker was super consistent.
And the thing is,
super consistent. Salamangreat is just so recursive.
If you really want to piss your opponent off, you can play with something like that. Because, I mean, we're talking about single turns that can last like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I mean, it's not even me like trying to be a dick.
And they easily go into Boral Sword. It's just they set up multiple disruptions.
When I played Salamangreat, just like when I played Sky Striker, when it was a really big deal, they would waste 15 minutes on a single turn. And the bad thing is they would set themselves up for the turn after. And so, maybe you go first, they take 15 minutes. Yeah. You go, you take a couple minutes, they take 15 minutes to pull out all their stuff.
And they start interrupting you.
They don't even necessarily win. It's just at that point in time,
they grind the hell out of
They've wasted the whole match time.
Yeah. Also, you can pick up like 3 structure decks still. And that's the deck pretty much, because you just take out the Mirage Stalio, because that's obviously banned. Some people have been cheesing in Dante. There's plenty of cards. Let me see the camera. I'll let you talk about this next one. I want to talk about Zombie for a second.
So,
So why do you think this is?
We all know why we're here.
You know, Super Poly was not hit.
Of course. Because they wanted to give me a shot against Salamangreat. They wanted me to redeem myself for that tragic loss I had. The important thing is zombies. You got your control variant, which is just pretty much a soft lock for any kind of deck you decide to go against. Because, as zombie players, we pick our battles. But also, another thing is there are just an infinite number of different kind of variants that you actually can go with. Of course, you always want to have maybe like your zombie world, your battle roach.
Now your variant kind of got hit.
Yeah, but I got used to the control variant too, so yeah. I'm fine with switching in between. If you say want to run like Shiranuis, you can do that. If you want to run vampires, you can do that. And there's always going to be something that works as long as you keep your key cards like.
Yeah. With that zombie horde like engine,
yeah,
it kind of makes every like zombie variant.
Yeah, pretty much any zombie variant you decide to play with is going to work, and that's the reason why I thought it made sense to put this on the list. Another thing is zombies are stupid cheap. I mean,
yeah, all variants, right?
Ridiculously cheap for pretty much anything you want to do.
Yeah,
like there have been some cards like here and there that are a little bit up there, but I mean, there are also so many different cards.
Well, I think the dangers are under like $10 now.
Yeah.
Since that.
But there are so many cards where you don't need to do anything in particular. You can really just play around with any variant, and you'll have a little bit extra time and wiggle room to find what works for you.
Yeah. So, I have one more to talk about, kind of brush over, but I also want to talk about Sky Striker. Yes, we could potentially be in a Sky Striker format because they got Widow Anchor back to 2. And they were already people were already kind of testing around with it. So you got Widow Anchor back to 2 and Pot of Avarice went to 3. Which
like
you probably didn't know that, did you?
Pot of Avarice?
Back to 3.
No.
So what you can do is that gives you like 6 copies of Widow Anchor because you can keep on recurring your Kagaris, you can keep on tagging out Avarice, draw 2, like just keep on going. Like so Sky Striker's super budget right now. It's super it's easy to learn, and all the cards are super affordable. I don't think there's a single card in the deck over like $10. I don't think so. But I have Dino for the last one because you can play the Pure Lost World variant, which is pretty good. Buy 3 structure decks, you got the whole thing. You don't really need an extra deck, so you don't have to like spend like a whole lot on that if you don't want to do that. My variant's a little more expensive. You can go first or second. I do the True King version, and I run like 3 evenly matched. I'll have the deck profile up for y'all. We'll actually do all of these deck profiles, but you can go first or second with it. You can play Lost World. True King. It did not get hit at all. I thought Oviraptor was going to go to 1, or I thought Fossil Dig. It's pretty much like a reinforcement of the army.
Yeah.
That's at 3. Absolutely no hit. It's full power, as full power as it can be. I think that's going to be one of the best decks, period, moving forward, and probably the best budget deck. But you can let us know in the comments what decks you're looking forward to, especially the budget players or returning players, because we're going to have these deck profiles up like quickly, like really fast. We have a few of them here already, but we're going to have those up pretty quickly. And let us know in the comments like what budget decks you're looking forward to. That's pretty much it. What'd you have to say, Ken?
So like we talked about today, Cyber Dragon, Salamangreat, Zombies, Dino, and Crusadia.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to talk about Triple D's. But that's another day.
Yeah, that's another day. But I'd like to announce a side project. If you want to go subscribe, no, I'm just we wanted to thank you for the support. We've recently had a few extra subscribers, people commenting and liking and sharing. We want to express our appreciation. As you know, I love playing zombies, so I know one thing that really helped us out in the beginning was, you know, zombies. So what I want to do is actually, we might start releasing a zombie series.
Yeah, all the different variants.
Yeah, because there's so many different variants, and I know some people are looking for, you know, Shiranuis. Somebody said something about vampires, so I do want to, you know, address that.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's it for this one. Signing out.